Cognitive dissonance plays a powerful role in why many people continue to accept and even fiercely defend the idea that the moon landing happened, despite lingering doubts, contradictions, or missing evidence. Here is how it works, broken down in simple terms. First of all, what is cognitive dissonance? Cognitive dissonance is the mental discomfort we feel when we hold two or more conflicting beliefs, values, or ideas at the same time. The brain doesn't like contradiction and it wants to resolve the tension quickly. How does this apply to moon landing, you may ask? The first step is conflicting beliefs. People are taught from a young age that America landed on the moon in 1969, that NASA is a trustworthy scientific institution, and that the moon landing represents human greatness. But then they might encounter conflicting evidence or questions like, why haven't we gone back in over 50 years? Why is the Artemis space program struggling to replicate a technological feat from the 60s? These two positions don't sit comfortably together. NASA is great versus the moon landing is fake. The second step is the resolution of this conflict through belief reinforcement. To ease the discomfort, most people double down on the original belief instead of questioning it. Why do they do that, you may ask? Because the cost of admitting deception is too high. It will mean the government lied, that science was complicit, that childhood heroes are frauds, and that textbooks and history were wrong. So instead of reassessing the moon landing, they rationalize it by saying things like, conspiracies that big aren't possible. I've seen the flag. It was waving. They cling harder to group consensus and official narratives to eliminate the mental pain. The third step in cognitive dissonance is social reinforcement and pressure. Most people don't just believe privately. They've mocked skeptics, they've shared documentaries, or used the moon landing to feel patriotic. If they admit doubt now, they also have to admit they were wrong, they risk ridicule themselves, and they will be forced to reevaluate their trust in other institutions. When faced with this scenario, most people follow the easiest escape from cognitive dissonance, which is stick to the original belief even if the cracks are showing. Finally, moon landing acceptance is about identity. For many, the moon landing isn't just a fact, it's part of their identity, their trust in progress, and their trust in civilization. Doubting it feels like doubting everything, and that is too heavy a psychological price. So they choose belief, not because it is proven, but because it's less painful. In short, people accept the moon landing not always because of evidence, but because rejecting it creates too much mental, emotional, and social conflict.